that TNT?
Trail got that juice, nigga.
The tattoo artists who do that, but I've been practicing my drawing. We get in there.
Right. Okay. Well, I think I'm all into creativity. Obviously, a little artwork on myself, but that is very unique because everybody can't do that. And I mean, based on what I saw, it like you could do it. Like I trust you to draw on me, and I don't say that about everybody. Like,
That's true.
First, like I let one dude. He spelled a word wrong on my arm. Granted, I feel like I got to take accountability for that, though.
Yeah, that's kind of your fault.
Because I should have confirmed with him when you feel me? But I ain't realized that till I got to the crib. And somebody like, what'd I say? And I'm like, oh, brother, got me. But I got it covered up, though. You know what I'm saying? But
So you had like the no regrets tattoo? Like the Snickers commercial?
So what he did was he just flowered it. Like he put flower.
I was about to say, do you still have it?
Yeah, so it's supposed to say perseverance, but he spelled like perseverance. So I think he forgot the N in it. So we made it persevere and just like dropped some flowers over it. Like
At least you could fix that.
Yeah.
At least you could fix that.
100%, yeah. But it is what it is.
Man, yeah, I couldn't live with myself if I spelled the name wrong on somebody. I've double checked dates and names, and what you get a lot of is like people who want different languages.
Yeah.
You go on Google Translate and it says one thing. You go on Pinterest, it says another. You go on another website, it says another.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like the good thing about, getting different languages tatted on you, I got some Mandarin, Chinese behind my ear, and I hope it says courage, ambition, and patience. But if somebody who actually speaks Mandarin reads it, probably not. But it's for aesthetics at this point, so.
I feel like you could fact check that now, like with Google, like or take a photo of it. Maybe it might translate it for you.
Yes, but the same way, I don't know. I look at it like the same way there's different dialects of Spanish.
Yeah.
You put something in Spanish, it's going to come out a little wonky because they're doing it proper, true to the book.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody who's Spanish reads it and it's going to be like, yeah, absolutely not. So
Right.
I feel like that's like the true to the book version, but to other people, they're probably like, yeah, no, we do that different,
Okay. So what tattoo do you have that you feel like mean the most to you?
My whole sleeve, honestly. Like, it's a patchwork sleeve. It's been coming together. I got to give my props to another tat artist, Artistic Lounge in Kissimmee. But it's all spiritual. So if you recognize this one, that's from Avatar, the Awa. Lands on the blessed people, blessed souls. I got this one in here, and it hurt the most, which it makes sense because it's all for my little brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just baby faces and some flowers because I'm the oldest. So
Okay.
keeping them with me. But this is all spiritual with me. The moon's for my mom. Yeah, I just plan on adding to it, and it's just gonna. This is like my weird sleeve, my trippy sleeve. Like, I don't know. I give like a little artistic twist to it, and
Yeah.
I don't want anything that anybody else has or the same exact variant. The butterflies and the roses and the flowers, gorgeous. Love those tattoos. But for me, I need this whole sleeve to be like, what is that? What is that for?
Right. Okay. That part. Yeah. Like I said, I think it tells a lot about a person. Like I ask people about their tattoos. Like
Right.
mine. Like granted, it might like I got the average black guy tats. Like my first tat was loyalty. You feel me? Like
Oh, yeah.
that was the first one.
How
but
old were you?
19.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my little heart broke. I'm gonna get the Lord. Yeah.
It's either that or it's like the mom's name and birthday.
Yeah. I ain't got there yet. I feel like it coming though. That might be coming, but yeah.
Let me know. I'll do it for you.
Hey, that part. Like I plan on getting a whole like two sleeves, like a leg sleeve and both leg sleeves and in the back, and I'm done. Like I really want to get neck, but I can't push it right now. Due time, though.
Yeah.
Due time.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure I'll get there. I've been itching and like fighting the urge to tattoo myself too. But there's only so many spots I can reach. And on those spots, I want like full murals. So I'm like, do I wait for someone else? Because I can't do those full murals myself right now. But I want to be tatted up. Like,
That part.
especially it's on brand. If
Would
I'm
you
gonna be a tat artist, I gotta be tatted up.
Would you get a face tat?
I feel like if I ever got a face tat, that's peak like I made it as a tat artist. Like that was,
Okay.
you know, because I'm not thinking about no other careers. Like I made my
Right.
money.
I
I
respect
can
that.
be unemployable, but I also don't know what I would tat on my face that I would want to see every day, and I would want people to like see me as like, you got a face tat. It's like, yeah, the one with that face tat.
Right.
So I don't really know what I would put.
That part, you know. You probably could put your significant other on there.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't do the tatted names.
You don't.
I'm not a cow. You're not branding me. None of that.
So you ain't got nobody name on you.
No. And what's funny is somebody recently just tatted my name on them. I didn't tell them to do that. I didn't tell them to do that, but I'm not touching that myself.
I feel you.
That's not my thing.
I respect that. Me neither.
Yeah.
And I granted, I feel like if I get married, it ain't never gonna be on my face. But I feel like I would do. I want to like get a family tree, and I don't mind like going that route of a family tree on the side.
I feel like, you know, matching tats or something that like signifies, or it's like, all right, this correlates to this, and you know, we kind of have something that's matching is one thing. But for you to touch your name, I don't know. I feel like everything, being spiritual, all that counts.
Yeah.
Like once you're marking somebody's name on your body, to me, that's deeper than just like, oh look, I tatted my name on you. Yeah, you can cover it.
Right.
But that's kind of like a spell in my eyes.
It's a little, you know, it'll give a little. I ain't gonna say crazy, but you know, it could bring that vibe too sometimes. Like, man,
especially
like,
depending on how long or short the relationship's been.
it's been a couple months. Then, like, hey, you got something to worry about. But we'll get there though. We'll get there.
Oh man.
So, my question to you, like, what's some things that you are passionate about?
So my top thing is I just want to be. We all die eventually.
Yeah. That's possible.
You know, you could be a successful person. That's great. You could be a family person. That's great. But for me, I want whoever does come to my funeral, whether it's 10 people or 1,000, I want all those people to be positively touched by me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And even if people aren't attending my funeral, because I'm not close to people at the time I died, whenever they see me on their timelines, I want them, you know, my RIP posts, I want them to be like, damn, like, that was a good person. That was somebody who was always a good time when I was around, always positive vibes, always looking at the brighter side of a situation and could, you know, push that same kind of energy on others. Not to say I'm perfect. I got my moments where I want to be, you know, petty, and I have my angry moments or sad moments. Everybody does. We're human. But I think my biggest passion is to just be a light. I want to be a light when I walk into a room.
That's real. I feel like you ain't even gotta worry about that when you gone, cause you ain't even gonna be worried about that, cause you gonna be gone.
100%. But it's not reputation for myself.
Yeah.
But it's like it's more for those people. It's the human
Facts.
experience. You know what I mean? Like
you could be that light now.
that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I look at it like this, like from a perspective of death. Like when it comes to, you got funerals and weddings. You're gonna see more people at your funeral than you're gonna see at your wedding. You feel me?
Right.
And that right there is like, you'll be there to celebrate my death, but you ain't there to celebrate, you know, a new journey in my life. You feel me? That's a problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I told my dog, like my right hand man, I'm like, hey, if I ever die, bro, like you see anybody at my funeral capping, hey, you stand on business. You hear me?
Kick them out. I mean, same thing where they say like, especially for men, they say like men get their first flowers at their funeral. You know, that just goes to show. I think everybody knows like flowers are like a universal symbol of like just caring about somebody. It doesn't have to be like a romantic thing. So it's like, I feel like it's sad that men don't get flowers to their funeral.
That's right.
So like I'm avid on like, if it's a father's birthday, if it's my man's birthday, whatever, you can get flowers too.
Right.
You know, so it's just showing appreciation in certain ways, like attending a wedding. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot deeper than what people think. Like your presence is important. Your time is important. So if you're giving me your time, like that means the world.
I agree. Yeah, I'm very big on. I'm a supportive factor to like all my friends. You know, like when it comes to friends and family, like certain family. I ain't gonna lie, certain family. Ain't some family I don't even talk
It'd be
to.
like that. It'd be like
But
that.
hey, if we locked in, I'm all behind you 100%.
Right.
Whatever you do, like I'm motivating you to keep going. You feel me?
Right.
So, and I'm not gonna just be at your funeral. I'm gonna try to be there for everything. Like if I can, you know, I'm gonna make it there. But that's just my loyalty factor.
Right.
And I feel that's a blessing and a curse. Like I'm real loyal, but before I was like loyal to a lot. Like
Loyal to a
it's-
fault, yeah.
I was real. I feel like I was. I ain't gonna care. I was sweet. I was sweet.
Yeah.
But it just took me learning, you know, discernment. Like just seeing people who ain't there for me, and just kind of keeping them at a like not just keeping them at a distance. You know,
Right.
and I
Never
like
has to be ill will. It's just kind of like, I gotta set some boundaries.
right that
Yeah.
part. That part.
100%.
So I know you. We talked about like your ambition. Like where your ambition at right now? Or like
I think right now I'm at a really driven point. Like, I feel right now I'm more fired up than I have been in a long time. I think I got very complacent when I started working downtown, being a bottle girl and promoting because it was easy money. I was going out partying and I was making quick money. But I wasn't building anything foundational. It was passing time, you know? And although I'm grateful for that time, I had to, step back from it and kind of reevaluate like, all right, I'm 23 now, and 23 still sounds young, but time flies, and I got 4 little brothers watching me. And if they see me wait around till I'm 25, 26 to start getting it together, what are they going to do?
right.
So just kind of for myself, for my family, um, I'm really pushing myself now. I'm really locking in all aspects, trying to focus on my health. I was drinking a lot, 5 days a week. You know what I mean? And so I'm focusing on my health. I'm trying to eat better, trying to go to the gym more. I'm trying to post more on social media for my businesses because I really like sucked at that. And I would just kind of go through the motions because I was so used to it.
Yeah.
And it's like what Drake said. People tell me I fell off. So I needed that. Like I feel like I had to kick it back up because I got real chill. It was like, all right, everybody knows that I get money and, I'm a hustler and whatever, so fine. But it's like I got to push those boundaries. I got to keep on moving. And I think I really needed this kick of getting into tattooing to kind of reignite a passion because I've been doing lashes for so long and I'm the type of person, I get bored fast. So I needed a new passion. I needed something that I could start and be like, hold on, I'm kind of good at this, and try it again. And hold on, I'm actually good at this. And I think that's pushing me right now is like seeing myself get better. And also like the recognition from other people means a lot too. Like I feel like when people are rooting for me, it makes me want to go 10 times harder.
That part. That's
I'm rooting against me too.
hey,
20 times harder.
that's the biggest motivation right there.
Right, right,
Haters though.
right.
Hey, that's real. So from your experience of being a bottle girl, like, do you feel like there's a future in that for like just not just for anybody like that do it or
So I was a bottle girl for 9 months, and then I got pushed up to a VIP manager, and I like the whole entertainment aspect of it and hospitality of it. I feel like if you see yourself elevating in it and you want to eventually own your own club, work all the ins and outs, level yourself up, because when I got to a management position and I was managing VIP, I could do it better because I knew how it was to be a bottle girl. But then I also had seen the manager perspective of it. So I knew how to have a middle ground. And then from there, if I were to, have stood and got promoted again, I would have been an assistant manager, then to a manager. So you're kind of seeing all aspects of it. So I feel like if you feel like you have a career in that whole nightlife scene, then sure. But if at the end of the day, you're not trying to have your own club and manage your own club, make your money, do what you want to do with your money. I'm not saying necessarily just stack up because I feel like it's important to enjoy life. Go on your vacations, screw the material stuff because it comes and goes, but use that money to like build stuff for yourself that you'd be proud of. You know what I mean? And so it doesn't feel like it's in vain because just as fast as that money comes, it goes just as fast. Especially if you're partying too. You know,
Right.
like if you are going out and whatever. Yeah, as a girl, it's not like I was popping bottles or whatever all the time. Bought bottles here and there, but I'm a girl. Like I don't need to spend racks in the club. But I think I definitely I could have caught myself a little earlier, especially when it came to the drinking habits and stuff like that, and just getting involved in the people. I mean, downtown or in Orlando in specific, it gets like high school. You know, you kind of gotta deal with certain things
Yeah.
and I don't want to say fake smiles, but keep it cordial with people because you're doing business with them. You know, I was promoting, so I'm working with different clubs and whatever, and at that point when people start knowing your name and you know you're knowing theirs, it's inevitable for you to get in the mix of stuff. So I think a lot comes with it. If you're strong enough to deal with it, make your money. You know, if you can use your youth and your beauty at this age and put it to work. But my advice to anybody going into it is get in, mind your business as much as you can, and get out.
Okay. We gonna note that. That's a good notation. I got 1,000 questions. I ain't gonna lie to you about all that right now. But let me start with but as far as what you piggyback off with like the high school, I feel like any job is like a high school where you go to. Like it's just
Right.
a whole lot going on in the workplace. You feel me?
100%. I mean, like I said, I've been used to working for myself. Like since high school, I was, you know, I had a part time here and there, but I own my own business and I made my bread and butter off that. Um, so I think, especially like I said, with it being downtown and there's multiple clubs in one area and they
Yeah.
kind of all piggyback off of each other, it's not like working in a job that got 20 people. You know, now you're dealing with 20 different people from each club and bottle girls and managers and securities and the people who come in and out the club and promoters. So it's like your high school class just got that much bigger.
Yeah.
So, I mean, now I'm bartending at a restaurant too. So it's like, and restaurants are crazy workplaces, I've heard. This is my first time. But I got a class of what? You know, 15 people that I work with on, you know, on the different days that I work. So I don't got to deal with as many people. It's easier to kind of limit the drama in that way, you know?
That part. See, I don't like no confrontation, man. Like I'm very like low key when it comes to work. I ain't trying to talk. Like I ain't trying to be everybody. I ain't come there to be nobody's friend. Like respectfully, I'm sorry. You see me, I work with you. It all business though. But the people that I made friends with, like we gonna be friends forever. You feel me? Like we gonna be locked in forever. But I ain't came there to make no friends. Cause as soon as you start like talking to people, they gonna start thinking you like it's safe here, but it's not.
That's my thing is I'm accidentally too nice and I'm a talkative person. I like social interactions. So I'm like, I accidentally, you know, get cool people saying hi to them every time. And then now we're friends. We're not friends. Now you think I owe you loyalty and it's like, no, I don't. You know what I mean? So that's where it kind of gets like misconstrued is like, I'm just a friendly person and I can't stop that. I've tried to stop that. You know, even starting these new jobs I started out, I was like, all right, hello, you know, not here for friends, but I can't help but to make conversation with people. And it is what it is.
You're not an introvert. I'm an introvert.
Right.
Like I probably like got the little resting bitch face all day, but I'm a nice guy though. Just come talk to me. I'll chop it up with you. But in the morning time, I ain't trying to talk.
Oh yeah, I don't work mornings.
I ain't trying to. Don't even call me in the morning. Like
Yeah.
you gonna get the nasty side of me because I ain't up till like 12, 1 o'clock. That when I'm going.
Yeah, I'm kind of working on fixing my sleep schedule. I've been doing better.
Yeah.
My earliest clients are at like 10, sometimes 9. And 9 is like if I love that client because I can't just take anybody at 9 in the morning.
Right. I feel you. Yeah. So I guess back to bartending. Like you more than welcome to ask me questions if you like. Like you feel it's open room. Like we
Got it.
we vibing and talking. You know. So like, how do you feel about like the stigma behind like being a bottle girl, like that people say? I don't know if you know what they say or not.
What they say?
Like I got powder. They be like, hey, like bottle girls are strippers. Like I'm like, I don't think so. I think it's a difference.
I think there's a huge difference. Um, I think at the end of the day, people are gonna have their opinions no matter what you do. You work at
Right? Yeah.
McDonald's, you work as a bartender,
Mm-hmm.
and being a female naturally, if you're in any industry where you're receiving tips, you are gonna have to be a little extra nice to people and put on your best face and your little, blink your eyes a little more, whatever, because you're working off tips. You know what I mean? So it's like you're gonna make as much money as you want to make, and you kind of gotta know how to. I don't want to say hustle people, but hustle people. Depending on the industry, you gotta know how to talk. You gotta know like if your bottle girl comes up to you and she's straight faced and stank, you're not gonna want to tip her. And if she asks you, "Do you want another bottle?" You're not gonna want another bottle because you're gonna be like, "No, like, girl, you got an attitude."
I'm gonna say, go get the manager, man.
Right. You're gonna be like, "I'll buy another bottle, but not off you, bitch." So it's like it's a hard pill for some men to swallow, and that's okay. I've dealt with that. It's not for everybody, and that's fine. I don't hold it against a man when he's like, "Look, I will date you because you work as a bottle girl or a bartender or whatever." Like, that's okay. That's the era of my life that I'm in currently, so you don't have to take that. Now, when I'm out of it, if he wants to hit me up again, that's cool. If I'm out of that. But now let's say if I'm like, hey, I might go back to being a bottle girl because I need the bread. I have to understand that comes at the risk with losing that person, you know? So I don't think that the stigma is necessarily true. A lot of that industry is kind of an acting role. You kind of have to put on a certain face and a certain attitude if you want to make your money. Um, it takes tough skin especially if you're dating a person in that industry. But I don't think the stigma is necessarily always true. Now, yes, there are people that get into being a bottle girl and whatever, and it gets to their head, like especially if you had nothing, you were nobody, you come into being a bottle girl, and now you're like hot shit. Cool, you're a bad bitch, but like humble yourself. You know what I mean? Don't start treating people like shit. Don't start acting like you above certain men or whatever. At the end of the day, the real bad bitches are the ones who are working that bottle girl shift at night and doing something and building something for themselves in the daytime. Like, that's respectable. But there's a lot of girls who get in that industry just to feel like somebody and walk around in the skimpy outfits and flirt with guys, and that's cool. But I feel like there's different avenues.
So, what about some advice to men? Do you advise on men dating women in the bottle girl industry, or you think they should?
I don't advise
lightly?
against it at all. I definitely think if you're not necessarily open to it and you find a girl who's in it and you're like, "Ooh, I might just let it slide for this one time," you're going to have to learn to bite your tongue a lot. So if that's something that you're okay with because you think that person is worth it, then go for it. But if you're like, going to be every weekend, or showing up to where she works and, oh, you were smiling at that guy too much and whatever, or I don't like those outfits and can you ask your manager to change the outfit? Don't be that guy. Like, do not be that guy.
Like, I ain't gonna be that guy though, but it's just what gonna hurt me the most, which I ain't gonna say hurt, but what gonna piss me off, gonna be like, damn, like, I don't like that friendly shit. That's why I wouldn't like go that route. Cause I mean I get it, but it probably
You
ain't
gotta be
intentional.
friendly.
But
Yeah, you gotta be friendly, and I get that. But that's why it's like you shouldn't go to her workplace. If you know that you can't take that, don't go to her workplace. Don't see it. What you don't know or won't see won't hurt you, because if you don't go and see how she works, then you're like, all right, she's just doing her job. Yeah, you might have those thoughts in your head, but you got no solid proof. Now you go to her job and you see her friendly. Now every shift after that is gonna be like, don't be friendly with no niggas. Like, you know what I mean? You can't.
See, the thing is though, it ain't gonna be him going. It's gonna be like the partner's gonna be, the homies gonna be out, and they gonna be like, "Hey, bro, your girl out here going crazy." There you
Going
go.
crazy is one thing, but if she doing her job, like, what can you say?
Hey.
Especially if she coming home with a bag. Like, you gotta kind of respect the hustle, but you also gotta know your female.
I'm gonna make the bag.
You gotta know your woman outside the club. If you know that outside the club she ain't like that with everybody, then you're solid. But if you know she's easy and she gonna fold to anything, then
That's
I got something to tell
whole,
you.
That's a whole nother issue itself, though.
Right,
But yeah,
right. It's not the job that's the problem.
You right.
That's what I'm gonna say. It's not the job.
But yeah, that's a crazy topic though. Like, I mean, I got different partners. Like, I look at it like this. I see it as a waitress. Like, I feel like the dancing adult club, that's a whole nother industry. You feel me?
Right.
Like, you really like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dancing's completely different.
Yeah. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all hustle. You know, however you get your bread. Hey, True Story Studio, we support you. We ain't against nothing. You hear me? But yeah.
Damn. I mean, I'm trying to think. What are some jobs that women don't like for men to have? I think it's like y'all don't get that same opportunity for girls to like judge y'all off of your jobs like that.
I mean, we do all the dirty shit though. Like dirty.
Yeah, but women love blue collar men. Like a hardworking man, women love that.
I mean, I feel like it's got to be a profession where, like, maybe like a nurse.
Ooh, I hear the worst about nurses.
A man in like a.
Because they're there for so long. They're there for long hours of the day.
It's some nurses wild now.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
It's a female-dominated industry.
Yeah.
And I can imagine being maybe
the only guy on the floor, man.
Hey, he the man.
That or like cooks from kitchens, because I always hear like everybody always tells you work in a restaurant, never date a cook, never date a cook.
Never date the cook?
Yeah.
Why?
It's the men behind the kitchen.
They wild?
Supposedly. I mean, I haven't really experienced it myself, but that's what I always hear. And since I started working at a restaurant, you know, even the customers, the regulars be telling me like, look, stay up in here, don't get involved in nothing, and don't date a cook. And I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna date a cook. Like, don't mess with a cook.
I would never known that. It's some savages in every work environment though. You feel me? Every work environment. Crazy. Yeah. Like I heard like in the medical industry, it's the doctors. Like granted, the nurses they gonna look. Cause granted, I mean I don't know how you feel about this, but everybody say women are attracted to success. You feel me?
That's true.
They got big MD doctor walking around there. Like, hey.
Yeah, it is that, and it could also be people's like fetishes. You know what I mean? Like, just my boss in general. You know, you see all the videos.
What video?
You know the videos. You're not gonna act like you don't know the videos, but people have fetishes with professors, with doctors. You know, so I mean, it could be that too.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it's just one of them things. Hey, I'm going to say to the fella, like, you send your lady off to work, just know who you is at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? She ain't nobody in that workplace. Well, me personally, I'm confident within myself. You know what I'm saying? But
It's more about the person than the job.
That part. And just go to work to make some money. People go to work with different intentions.
Yeah, exactly. If you're going to work to escape from home, that's a fundamental issue.
What's that?
If people are going to work to like escape from home, that's a fundamental issue.
Oh yeah. And some places, it definitely is.
You get a lot of girls, a lot of guys that can't wait to go to work to get away from their partner. So
be some stuff out there.
Hey, there's that too.
But what about to ask? We can take a little break. So you said your blessing's not coming in the form of a man.
No.
What you mean by that?
What I mean by that is I feel like a lot of people just kind of sit. Hey. I feel like a lot of people just kind of, they live their life looking for love, looking for the next partner, talking about the next partner and what they want. Don't get me wrong. I have those moments too. But I think there's a lot of other blessings in life that people constantly overlook because they don't have somebody to share them with. And when that somebody to share them with can be anything but a romantic partner. It could be a platonic friendship. It could be family. That friend that's been trying to hang out with you for a minute that you've been too busy for, or even yourself. And I think I got real comfortable being by myself. I was single for the last like 3 years. Um, Obviously, situationships or whatever in between, but nothing with like a solid label and foundation.
Yeah.
But I got comfortable being by myself. I go to eat by myself. I go on vacations by myself. Um, I'm not that type of person that needs somebody as a crutch. Like, I'm good regardless. My bills are going to be paid. I'll be sound minded and whatever. Um, but I think I have plenty of other blessings that the last thing I'm worried about is a man or another person whose feelings I have to constantly put into consideration. And I don't know, to me, love kind of feels like a task at sometimes.
It
So
does.
it's like that person has to be worth the task. I have to feel enough connection with you that I'm willing to take on that task. And I haven't cared for it. I've been good in every aspect. I have plenty of other things to worry about and take care of and things that take my time. Um, I got 4 little brothers. I have a brand new nephew. And I can say now that I have like a few solid friends that if I really wanted to do something with, I could hit up and they're going to make it happen, and there's no need for somebody. I don't need somebody and I don't need them to feel like they're coming to bless my life. Like my life is already blessed enough.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like nobody you bring in your life supposed to make you happy. Like you supposed to already have that happiness and all that
Exactly.
within yourself.
Right. And I think a lot of people are missing that whole point.
Yeah, I mean, so you enjoying being lonely?
Yeah. I mean, I have my moments, don't get me wrong, where I'm like, damn, it's taking a minute to find my person, but I'm only 23, realistically.
You got time.
I got time.
Wait till you hit the like you
I
start touching
got
them
time.
30s though. I'm
Yeah.
knocking on the door like.
See, but that's a fear too. Is it's like, am I gonna get so complacent and comfortable being by myself that I'm gonna push every partner to the side because I'm so used to that? And now I hit 30 and I'm like, oh shit. Now everybody's married. Everybody got their partners. The only things left are the scraps and me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think I've kind of come to the point where regardless of how it ends, I'm okay with being alone as long as I'm not settling. I would rather be alone and live my life alone than be with a partner that I have to debate if I really want to be with them or if I should be with them or if this is my person.
Right.
So, like, I feel like I'm okay. Like, there's plenty of other things to look forward to. The sun rising every day and giving you a new opportunity. Why am I going to focus on another person? This is my life, and I only get one. So for me to live it in search of another person is kind of crazy.
I mean, you shouldn't search at all. I mean, it should like.
It should just come to you.
Facts.
When it's right. But
I've been single like 3 years myself. But I came out of a bad relationship. I'm totally cool with being single, but at the end of the day, like I wake up in the morning, like I'm like, damn. You do want somebody like that supporting you. You know what I'm saying? Got your back, like you got there, like that support. Dude,
right.
It's highly wanted, I would say, from a man perspective, though.
Do you think you've been single for the 3 years after that relationship because of like the trauma from that relationship? Like, are you just kind of pushing people away? Are you scared?
So first year, I'm 100% say trauma. That trauma was built up in me. Like I was dating, but I wasn't safe to date. Like I wasn't not healed at all. You feel me? So
Right.
I was pushing people away. But year 2, 3, I'm just like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm picky. Cause I got a lot. I got a lot to offer. I stand on business. I'm like, I'm gonna call myself a high value man. You feel me? So when I bring that to the
Okay.
table, like, hey, like that's real big. Granted, I'm gonna be picky and choosy
So now
at the
when
point.
you say you bring a lot to the table and you're a high value man,
Yeah.
what does that mean for you? Like, besides finances, whatever, what does that really mean for you? What do you bring in somebody?
I would say I'm 27. I'm knowledgeable. I got my emotional intelligence is out the roof. Like I can actually like channel emotions. My emotions, I can help you channel yours. You feel me? Like I bring a lot to the table when it comes to the knowledge of being a man, knowing how to, you know, orchestrate a relationship, knowing how to lead, just doing my part. And I feel like a lot of people lack certain categories. And plus with that, you know, I'm financially stable. You know what I'm saying? I I got my own business. You feel me? So I can actually like I can provide. You know, and some. So I feel like that made me a high value man. Plus, you know, I ain't gonna say ain't no need to talk about that. So I feel like I should, you know, I ain't saying I need the top tier woman in the world, but I ain't about to let nobody like come in my life and play with me. Like I ain't doing none of that. I'll be single before I sit there and settle for that. You feel me?
Right.
So
I mean, emotional intelligence is a big thing.
100%.
A lot of people lack that now.
You got to like that's that my whole time. I mean, might be seen a little toxic. Just like reading women, like understanding them and trying to, you know, just know my route with a relationship because I feel like something I did like in my life. I had everything else, but my emotions wasn't there to a certain extent. Cause
So you worked on it.
I 100% worked on it, and the biggest part about I would say in a relationship is just knowing what category. Because some people like, oh, you don't change, you get to a relationship. They got to accept you for who you are. I can't agree with that. You feel me? To a certain extent, because it's certain shit that I'm gonna do when I'm single that I'm not gonna do when in a relationship because that's not who I am.
Right, you flip that switch.
Yeah, you gotta certain switches you gotta flip. Now, personality, behavior, all that stuff you gotta accept. That's who they are. They behavior, they personality.
Right.
You can't change that about somebody.
Certain stuff is kind of just hardwired.
100%.
Right. So I mean, that's how I look at it. When people are like, you know, give that person time to change. There's certain things that aren't gonna change, or are gonna change temporarily because they're focused on, all right, if I'm gonna have them stay, I need to fix this, or I need to change this, or I need to be this way for them. But as soon as they let go of that focus, they're falling right back into the same patterns. So certain things don't require time. Certain things you can't allow somebody to have that time because you're going to go in a cycle of repeating yourself of what you want or what you need them to change. But then there's other certain things where, all right, this can be worked on, you know? And to me, things like being a romantic is not something that you can learn or teach. It's either in you or it's not, especially depending on the person. If you have that person that, you know, maybe you weren't romantic before and they bring it out of you, then cool, you're going to be a romantic for the person you love. Or maybe you're just a romantic to everybody. You can't teach romantics. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't teach compassion. You know? You can teach, you know, there's certain things that you can tell that people have gotten from their family, trauma, you know, that built up as a child. To me, we're in too deep. Like, we're grown. So if those things are hardwired in you from a child, then that's just how you're going to be. And that's fine, but I don't got to accept that, you know? So,
right.
I don't know. That whole giving people time thing, it's like a double-edged sword because you're taking that risk on the potential, but there are certain things that just aren't going to change because that's like their foundation of who they are.
Yeah, I'm definitely like, I'm not building nobody up for somebody else. That's where I'm at with this.
I've done that a few times.
It's wild now. Like
it
be
hurts.
happening.
It hurts.
It definitely be happening. That camera just shut off. It's all good. Be hot. You just let it sit. I'll ride the video from that one for now. But all that gonna get cut out. I'll be cutting the shit out of the video.
Sense.
But
building someone up for someone else. That's where we were.
Right, yeah, like building. I mean, I feel like you know what? I'm gonna change that. 'Cause I'm gonna go talk about my ex. I ain't got time for that. she don't get no airtime. You feel me?
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
So My next question to you is like, would you date a simp?
Mm.
How you feel about simps? I like talking about simps on this podcast.
Oh man. Okay. I've dealt with both ends. I've dealt with Sims and then I've dealt with like ain't none of that, you know? So I think there's like I gotta be a happy medium. I like a simp for me who has dignity for himself. You know?
Simps don't got no dignity.
I think there's Sims that have dignity.
Ooh.
I haven't met them
Then
yet.
he ain't a simp then. He ain't no simp.
I haven't met them yet. I mean, if you're able to draw a line, like you have to be able to draw a line. Because I've been a simp for people and I've, drawn a line.
Women
at a
can't
certain
be
point.
simps. I keep trying to say that. Y'all
What?
Can't, now, granted, y'all can look dumb for a dude, but
Then what do you call that?
I just feel like it's different though. I feel like the simp term only could be like.
Oh, that's toxic masculinity, man.
I get what you're saying though, but at the end of the day, women control.
No, but
sex,
I feel
though.
that.
Y'all,
I'm not
y'all
even
control
gonna
that.
say toxic masculinity because I be making fun of men all the time for being so damn soft. So
y'all control the game. Like we don't got no control over it. Like at the end of the day, like you probably a man can't just go back in his DM and be like, let me see who he ain't fucking with me. Let me see who in here. Like I ain't saying women got to do that, but y'all got that control because we the hunters. Y'all we come after y'all. You feel me? Women. Y'all control
men are
sex.
easy.
Y'all,
Is what you're
y'all
saying.
control the whole narrative. I ain't saying y'all easy. I'm just saying y'all got options. We don't got options like that. You feel me? We don't like our options ain't sitting there like, you know what? Let me hit up such and such. Like, no, it ain't going down like that. We the hunters. We gotta go out there and get you. Women, like y'all got the boundary of okay, if he ain't fucking with me, okay, I know another guy will. And that can happen. Like
I mean, I think majority of women have their time when they try to mess with somebody who's not fucking with them back, or they shoot their shot at somebody. And I used to be that person. I didn't mind shooting my shot at people until I realized that if a man is not approaching you, there's a reason. Whether it's because he knows he's not worthy, or he has a shorty already. Maybe he knows that he looks at you and holds you to a high standard that he just can't touch. I stopped shooting my shot because even though I would land it every time, that's not the issue.
You can't shoot your shot. You like.
I'm a straight shooter. Like if I want to,
I get what you're saying, but you can't do. Like you.
I mean, it's not shooting your shot if you know you're gonna make it, right? So what do we call it?
But what I'm saying is like you can gas a dude up. Like a woman of your caliber shooting your shot at a dude, like he like damn, like shawty, he gonna really think he him. You feel me? You can gas a dude up.
So that's why I had to stop. That's why I had to stop because they think they're him, and it gets to a point where you realize like, ew, I realize why you didn't come to me, or even if you did, regardless, I know why you're single. And a lot of the time, when you shoot your shot at a man first, you will peep the insecurity later on. Because I've had times where I'm staring at somebody from across the club, and we're eyeing, and I'm just like, man, if he don't come up to me by the end of this song, I'm gonna go up to him. And every time.
So what's your like how you know?
How I know? It's the eyes.
Like the eyes.
It's the eyes.
Nah, I can't. I don't believe it.
It's the eyes. And like as a girl, I don't know, you can tell in somebody's eyes if it's like, why are you looking at me eyes? Or it's like, oh shit, she's looking at me eyes. Like there's a difference. And, all you do is throw a little smile. I'm going to give you a certain amount. Well, how I used to do it. I'll give you a certain amount of time, to come up to me. I'll kind of smirk at you a couple of times. And if I really think you're that fine, yeah, I'll go up to you by the end of the night. Whatever. Because maybe you're shy. Cool. But I don't know. It's real easy as a woman. You go up to a man. All you got to do is, you got a girl? He says, no. All right, bet. Here. Put your number in my phone. It's cake work. There is no punchline. There is no pickup line. Like, none of it. None of it.
You really be thinking women ask if dude got a girl or not, though? They don't be asking that shit.
I do.
Well,
I mean,
you okay? That's
I just
real.
ask it as a disclaimer, and if I find out he got a girl later on, at least I asked.
Right.
At least I asked.
That's respectful.
You know,
Yeah.
and I just asked that out of like, because maybe the glances I caught were for your girl who was coincidentally standing behind me. Who knows? But I just ask out of respect.
Facts. Facts. 1 second. Well, that's real though. Like I like when I'm out, I be seeing that though. Like with, cause that's how I make my moves sometimes. Cause if I feel like you ain't vibing with me, I ain't about to even like go over that walk to. I ain't even about to even think you exist.
Right.
You feel me? But that's that's real. That's a real perspective I never heard from the women's side of the.
I mean, it took a lot of like experiences, I guess I
Right.
could say. Anytime I did shoot my shot at somebody, I've realized why they didn't come up to me. And because men are going to shoot their shot majority of the time, even if they're a shy guy. Like, how else do you get any type of woman in your life? You know, they're going to shoot their shot eventually.
That part,
so if
yeah.
they don't, it's the intimidation. And it's because they know they're lacking somewhere in some way that they're like, let me not even do it because even if I don't get shot down now, she gonna find out this and this about me later, and I'm gonna get shot down later.
Right.
You know, so I stopped shooting my shot, and I think it also kind of sets you on a higher standard, puts you in your soft girl era. I was a little bit of a wild child. I didn't really care. So
Right. Okay.
trying to sit back and be in my soft girl era and attract instead of go and grab things.
That part. So, man, I got so many questions about everything. It's wild. I don't think we got enough time for everything to say, everything I want to say in the podcast. But yeah, like I feel like from that perspective of shooting a shot, like my only thing is, damn, what was I about to say? I lost my chain of thought. It was right there.
You're gonna have to pick a new train.
It's all good. It's all good. So, oh yeah, so boom. Men shooting they shot. Like, how you feel about like social media?
Ooh. It depends. I feel like depending on what women's DMs you're sliding into, if you know she has so many in her DMs, you're gonna fall into the general population, regardless.
So,
Regardless. Especially if she done been through some shit before, or she's just one of those that's like, I know men, and like I'm done with men's bullshit, whatever. Through DMs, you're just gonna get caught in the general population unless you.
she said the general pop.
Yeah, unless you unless you catch her on a good day, where she's feeling like, oh, I want to be in love. But besides that,
Yeah.
Instagram can only do so much, and I feel like majority of the time, if I've had you on Instagram for so long and then you shoot your shot, it's like you're just a follower at this point. Like, I don't know. I don't. But then I also kind of don't want my love story to be like, yeah, we met on Instagram.
You ain't gotta tell nobody that between you and that person though. You just like, hey, we met at
Well,
goddamn.
yeah, you can make up a story, and I definitely could go right off Instagram. But I'm just like I'm a more organic vibe type of person. Like, I can't feel your vibe through DMs. Through DMs, I'm going to treat you like everybody else because to me, you're everybody else. So. It's all through vibes. Like, I have to feel the connection. And I'm not, let's say I get 10 DMs from 10 different guys a day. Yeah, I'm saying, oh, I need to feel the vibe in person. I'm not going to hang out with all those 10 guys to see if there's a vibe. Like, that's crazy.
That is wild.
I got things to do. So.
Damn. See, you got options.
It's kind of just like, if it falls in my lap, it does. If it works and we vibe, we do. If we meet in a way where I can tell, then we do. Now, if we just so happen to, because I can say too, like, you can tell a person's vibe through what they post and whatever. Like, let's say somebody's constantly posting some type of vlogs or videos and I can kind of feel what type of person you are and how you talk and carry yourself, then that's one thing too. But now if you're just a page with 3 pictures, and you're just a page with 3 pictures, you know?
Yeah, okay. Damn, shit, skip shit I mean. So, I feel you, like, I look at the DMs from this, like, granted, I'm not the, I'm going to slide if I feel like I'm going to come out alive, though. But I ain't, like, my younger days, like, I'm going to slide. Like, I'm riding, you feel me? Like, hey, we here. We making 30 stops.
He was in the DMs with a blue check, huh?
That part, yeah. I was that guy, like, hey, try
Taking
my
your
luck.
chances.
But now it's like, okay, like, I feel like, granted, I can see from you dipping in, like, you going to go talk to somebody that, like, got that Instagram motion. So she probably got 10 dudes in the DM. So you look like just another regular, you feel me? It kind of is messed up because you never know who got the real good intentions, you feel me? So, hey, it just,
That's why I think it's hard. I mean, have you ever tried any dating sites?
I tried Hinge.
Hinge? I try Hinge too.
It just,
I think out of everything, Hinge is like, it makes the most sense. But it doesn't, it never works for me.
Why you say that?
I be getting to the point where I'm like, all right, I like their profile, I like the looks, and I love that they have the voice feature because that could be a make or break it. Like, and I'm saying that
I put my voice on
as such a hypocrite because I had to mess with people with the dumbest voices. But you look at some of these pictures and you hear your voice and they're like, oh, hell no. Like, there's no way that voice goes to that face. So I like the voice feature. I like that, the prompts, you get a little bit about somebody and their reactions. You see if they have a sense of humor or whatever. But it's gotten to the point where it's like, hey, and it'll end there. Or it'll be like, a little, I like this on your profile, or I noticed this, haha, whatever, what's your number? And I will literally give my number. I've had my number since 8th grade. To me, giving my number is nothing that deep. So I'll give my number.
Damn,
and
I need your social then.
My social is crazy. No. I don't think there's any. No, there's nothing that I could give you that would be like.
I feel you.
So my time. My time is the only thing I can give you that you need to be like, no way.
Part. So, hey, if y'all out here, like, hey, she give you a number, don't even feel no type of way about it. Like, hey, it's just, you don't care about it. You feel
I
me?
run my business through there. I have people from middle school in there. Old, co-workers. Listen, the number, I can block you and keep it pushing. It's not
that
deep
part.
to me. But, yeah, with Hinge, just gotten to that point, and it doesn't really get nowhere.
Yeah.
I think I only ever actually hung out with one person from there. And me and him are still cool. Like, you be hitting him up here and there. He be hitting me up here and there, just checking in on each other. But it never went anywhere.
I feel like the problem with Hinge, like, I mean, granted, dating sites been around. Like, I'm 27, so I done seen it go from what it called? POF?
Honey fish.
Well, they had not dating now. Like, Tinder, like, all that, like, it's just the fact that, like, you got so many options.
Well, Tinder is straight hookups.
I wasn't on Tinder. Like, I was in the trenches. I was deployed down range on Tinder just flipping because.
Yeah,
Tinder, but it wasn't no hookup type
Tinder
deal with me.
is hookups, or if you're in a different city, like, but Tinder is not. Like, I don't feel like Tinder is.
It never used to be like that, though. Tinder was like the Hinge.
Tinder was like a legit dating app.
Mm-hmm.
It was. But it's, what it is, that everybody got on it. And it was like so many options. And I think that's the problem. Was when you have too many options, it's either you're the type of person who's going on dates every other day with whoever, and at that point you're numbed out. Like, you're not going to feel like anything is genuine, or you can't click with nobody because it's like there is so many options or whatever. And then there's the few who, find one person and they're like, I really like their freaking profile, and they make it a point to see them and hang out with them, and it works.
I don't like getting my.
I'm not that person. I'm not that person, and I don't know. I always made my pages kind of like putting all my red flags on the table. Like, I wanted to scare people off with my page, because I was like.
So you can stick around for the simps.
Well.
Yeah.
Yes, Because I'm like that in general. Like, even talking to somebody, I'm going to show all my red flags. And I might, like, say a little outlandish thing here and there just to see how you react to it. Because, like,
So
I'm a little bit of a free spirit. I want to see, like, if you're going to run now. Because it's not, like, this is not a safe zone, you know?
so you already know what I'm about to ask you.
What?
What's your red flags then?
I'm going to say
You can write
I
them all
have
down.
bleached a few of them. I bleached a few of them. We're doing better. I cut a lot of my red flags out the picture. At this point, the only red flag that I think I can say is that I have like huge walls up. I have huge walls up, and I am not like, they don't go down for shit. Like, it takes a minute. It takes a minute for me to open up. It takes a minute for me to be affectionate. And I don't know, like, I've had people who are like, I'm going to give, and I'm going to give this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And they think that it's going to make me open up, which I note it all down. And I'm like, thank you. I appreciate that. That was sweet. That was thoughtful, whatever. But it's not until I'm ready, and I pick up on, like, the tiniest things. It's not till I'm ready that I'm going to actually let my walls down. So that's what I would say is, like, I need somebody who got some type of, like, grit. Like, you got to persevere and, like, stick through it and really be down for the count, no matter if you come out on top or not.
That's toxic.
Take it to the chin.
That's toxic though.
But I've been on the other end. So if I could do it, and I'm still here and living.
But how long they waiting though?
I don't know. It really just depends on what their character shows me.
I ain't got that Drake vibe. Well, I can't wait for you now. Like, hey, I'll pull up. It's like I'm here. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm going hard for you.
But
now.
imagine
like,
how many people have said that. Like, you know, a lot of guys are like, oh, but I'm different. But I'm gonna show you what a real man is. And
hey, you gonna see it though. The main thing is
right.
when you see it, what you gonna do with that? Though?
It's character too, because I'm also scared of like love bombing. Like, that's a big thing.
What's a love bomb?
When somebody comes out the fucking woodworks and is just like all these romantic gestures and doing the most, like, and like, if you're somebody who like you said, like, you're high value, you're like, yeah, I deserve this. You know what I mean? This is how I should be getting treated. But before you know it, it's all these things that they're doing to just lure you in. Until you get to a point where, like, you're kind of like, all right, I'm down. Then you're putting in their hands for whatever bullshit they want to throw at you after. You know, they're masking the stuff that they know people run away from with the love bomb until they get to a point where you're locked in now. So now you're gonna deal with their shit.
That's some toxic stuff though, and that all that coming from bad people. You feel me? Now, that'll say like. That's the bad situation. You feel me? Everybody that's like experiencing love ain't going through that. You feel me?
Right.
They experiencing that same love they had from day one.
And that's how it should be.
To, you know, whatever days they in. So yeah.
That's how it should be. I mean, it's you have to kind of like. Unfortunately, dating has become like very strategic. And you have to like be smart. You have to catch on to every tiny little thing. Because every tiny little thing makes the bigger picture, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe I'm too cautious, but I'd rather be too cautious than slip and bust my ass, because I did that way too many times.
I feel you.
You know, so at least I know that with the way I move, when I do find somebody, I know I'm not settling in any aspect. I know there is no hidden fees and fine print, and I've analyzed it as deep as I could, and it is what it is.
So I'm put you on game. Like, your aspect is what make people disconnect. Like, people with, because there's guys that got the same aspect as you. So they don't want to give too much. You don't want to give too much. Y'all meet each other. Y'all got a lot to give, but y'all ain't showing each other that. You feel me?
Right.
So that's why, like,
it makes
texts
it tough.
don't get read, and, you know, people just venture off from each other. Like, yeah, it is what it is.
Right. It does make it tough. I mean, I feel like I'm at a point where if I meet somebody and the vibe is there, and let's say they are showing me up front, like, hey, I'm in this, then all right, bet. Like, I'm down for it too.
Yeah.
But if you're giving me little signs here and there that I need to pull back, I will pull back. You know, I'm not going to be naive with it and be like, oh, well, they did all these nice things, you know, in the beginning. All right, but that was in the beginning. That was to get you right here, you know? So I think it's more of just being smart with it. I've always been like a hopeless romantic, but to who I want, not necessarily who wants me. And that kind of will screw me in some aspect. Like, I got to find a happy medium. Because I've had situations where I've had good people want me. And if I don't want it, it's just, I can't. I don't know. I can't force myself to, you know? So, and I didn't realize, like, when I was on the other end, you know, obviously I'm feeling like crap about it. Like, why doesn't this person want me? Why isn't it clicking to them? Why aren't they giving in and being down? But it's just because it wasn't clicking for them. It might have, on paper, black and white, been like, yeah, this person is good. They do this for me. They do that for me. But now it's like, the people who did me wrong, I understand their perspective. It just didn't click. And that's okay. But that's what you had to say.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm very honest when I date. Like, I don't really, like, hide my emotions. I might be quiet. I'll, like, peep and note a lot of things. But whenever I leave, or if I'm bothered by something or I really don't like something, you're going to know what it is and why. So
That part.
at that point, it's like, it's kind of fair because I'll give you all the keys. I'll give you a warning. I'll tell you something one time. And then after that, it's up to you to kind of fix it.
Interesting.
I've heard I'm a hard person to date.
I mean, me
but
too.
it's okay. It's okay, though, because like you said, you're high value. You're not supposed to be easy to date.
No, not at all. I do feel like dating is harder now based on like both perspectives though. Like it just with me, it just be one thing and I be gone. Like I ain't. I know that's probably my toxic trait though. Like
I'm the same way.
I be like,
Are we toxic twins?
That part.
What's your sign?
I'm a Libra.
Oh, I like Libras.
Yeah.
Libras are good. My best friend's a Libra. You get along. She's just more, same thought process. She's more mellow, and I'm a little more delusional on either end, positive or bad. You know.
Yeah.
Libras are cool.
It was, yeah, we alright. We ain't got the game on lock though, but you know, it's some.
Cool.
They don't be messing with us like that though. But I feel like I'm a big viber though for the most part. But man, stirring into it. What kind of music you listen to?
Ooh, I listen to a lot of R&B, but I listen to a little bit of everything. Like if I play my playlist, you're gonna get those songs that it's like, what the hell, you know?
Yeah.
I listen to like my trippy music, my Mac DeMarco and whatever.
Hold on, what
Tame
that is?
Impala. It's trippy music. That's what I call it.
Like that rave music?
No. I think it's more classified as like indie. It might be like alternative indie. I think that's what the genre is.
Okay.
But I couldn't explain it to you. It's trippy music for me. But I do like EDM. I like my EDM. I like
so
EDC.
You be at EDC?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a rave baby. I like that. But it's a lot of majority, 80-90% of the time I'm listening to music is R&B. A lot of Jhené Aiko, a lot of Drake, a lot of Mariah the Scientist.
You ain't went to R&B only?
No, I didn't. I was working.
Man, could have went. It's
I heard it was good.
It's a good place. I can't even speak on that. I can't even speak on that. But like who your favorite? Like you like old school R&B or like new?
My favorite artist is Drake and Jhené Aiko. Those are my top two.
Drake?
It's Drake.
Drake?
Drake.
Do you like Drake or do you like do you really like his music?
No, I like Drake's music. But I love Drake too. But I love Drake's music. I've been a fan for years. But he can cover like any freaking genre and it hits.
I got a lot of respect for him. Now, granted, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't listen to Drake. Like, I know his music. Like, I probably got a couple Drake songs, but I don't really listen to him.
Really?
Yeah. But
Man, what do you listen to? Oh man, I hope it's artists I know.
So, if I take it way back, my favorite, like my greatest, like my favorite artist of all time, gonna be Rich Homie Quan. You know who that is? Rich
Yes,
Homie.
I know who that is. That's your favorite artist of all time?
All time, Rich Homie Quan. Hey.
What?
Hey, he about to turn into a debate now.
Yeah, I've never heard anybody say that.
What you mean though?
Nobody. I've never even heard him in a top
this
5.
Man, okay, he not top 5, but he's like he's
I'm
he
not
has a
gonna
legacy.
lie. I know who he is, but I couldn't even name a song.
He harmonized rap. T-Pain didn't do it.
Sing
Rich
a
Homie
song.
did, huh?
Rap a song. What's your favorite
Let me
song?
see. My been hustling, trying to make him something. Yeah, that type of way. Yeah.
Yeah,
He like, we ain't gonna hurt no more. Yeah. You know Rich Homie? But that's my favorite one now. That's like who I started. Like, granted, I started listening to Gucci. This probably before. You probably don't know about no Gucci
I
era.
like Gucci.
Oh, you do?
I like Gucci.
So I started with Gucci.
I can back that.
But Rich Homie, like, one of my faves, like, personal favorites, I would say. But I know who the GOATs is, though. Because I'm going to just be straight up.
So you go in your car, and do you use Spotify or Apple Music?
That's not who I'm listening to.
Do you listen?
Apple Music.
Apple. Oh, another thing to judge you off of.
Yeah.
What?
Spotify for Android. Your Android app.
I have an iPhone. Thank you. And I use Spotify. Because Spotify has freaking everything. Like, there's podcasts.
You right.
You know, there's everything.
Yeah, you catch the podcast.
People make their
Spotify.
playlists.
But, so, I like, my favorite rapper, I would say Rod Wave.
Okay.
Rod Wave.
You know, I went to his concert. I took my brothers. And I only was going because they wanted to go. And they needed a chaperone.
You didn't want to go?
Well, it was Rod Wave. Like, I'm like, you know. You know what everybody says, man? They're like, you want to see a sad fat man sing, which I just...
Oh, man.
It's fine. I love Rod Wave. But if I'm going to a concert, I want a show. You know?
He got a show.
If not, I can listen to it in the car. So I went.
Yeah.
I went, and I was surprised. I was literally singing. I was feeling the music. I was vibing more than my brothers was. And I didn't think I was going to like a Rod Wave concert that much. You seen the videos of him, like, falling in the floor?
I went to the concert in Sunrise.
Okay.
On down south. But, yeah, he promoted a lot of suicide, but I don't think that's what he's trying to push out. I think he just, like, he pushing out a, you know, it's part of his message, though, but he ain't want to kill himself. I don't think that's what he's trying to push, but he talk about it a lot in his music.
Yeah, he's like, I wanted to kill myself a lot of times, but I love my mama. But I wanted to kill myself for real. But I got to get to the bag.
but tell me this, though. Who sample music better than Rod Wave? Nobody sample music better than him. Ain't nobody, like, this man sing like he on the church choir.
He does.
He sing like he on the church choir. He can rap like a demon.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think
it's the versatility that kills me. The lack of versatility. That's the only thing.
How he not versatile though? Like how not? Like all songs ain't sad though.
It's not about it being sad. It's about. I don't want to. It's not the right thing if I say all the songs are the same because they're not.
He just singing though.
But. Maybe it's, you know what it is lately? Is that music is being made entirely with beats, and that frustrates me. Where's the instrument?
You could take the beat off. It gonna still sound good.
It's gonna sound good, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, the formats of his songs all kind of sound similar.
Yeah, so you coming for the beats though?
It's the foundation. Rod Wave is fire, but like. How versatile can he get? You know what I mean?
Right. Like
because eventually he gonna run out of songs to sing on the same type of track. You know, you
And
search a rod wave beat, they're all gonna be similar.
my dog TNT making them beats now, so he gonna
You gonna send Rod Wave a new beat?
huh?
Huh?
My dog, my dog making his beats now. Like, hey,
He's making Rod Wave's beats?
Yeah, he first episode in the podcast. So you hear that pipe that shit up TNT. Yeah, he gonna drop
okay.
some. Yeah, so
Damn.
yeah.
I just need some just a little flavor, just a little bit.
And he dropping the album on the 30th, I think.
Okay,
so
we gonna see. I'm gonna listen
you
to
got
it.
something to look forward to. And my dog's going out to a concert tomorrow in Tampa, so they about to go have a show. It's
All right.
best show in the nation.
All right.
But in my opinion, though, the GOAT of rap right now, it's gonna be hard to say, but Future got the game on lock. The GOAT right now is Future. There ain't nobody.
I can't be mad at that. I'm not gonna say he don't got like no type of competition, but Future.
Who and the numbers show for it. I ain't gonna lie. I get into a little fuse with my dog about like. Now I would say like Rod Wave Future. They paying Rod Wave what they pay Future. Might be paying Future a little bit more, but Rod Wave ain't far off now.
Really?
Rod Wave up them M's now. He ain't no low balling dude.
But you know why? It's because people who listen to sad music listen to it all day on repeat.
Damn.
That's why.
Hey, she just.
But I'm just saying because
she just
that's
pulled out the gun and shot me, bro.
It's me too. You know when you're sad, you put on sad songs. I do that, and I put that bitch on repeat. If it's a song that I'm like, I want to hear this right now, I'm putting it on repeat. Or if I'm feeling like I'm in my Janae bag or I'm in my Summer Walker bag, I'm gonna put that whole album on. Now, if you're just feeling hype, you're gonna play a little bit of everything, really.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So it's like if you're a devoted sad song fan, they ride. Like, they ride. You're going to get numbers.
Did you go to Janae's concert?
I did. I was on the floor, and I cried the whole damn time. She's, like, exactly what you would imagine her to be. Like, just, like, elegant, floating little fairy on the stage. It's crazy.
She, I adore her, like, for real. I don't listen to her music, but I just see her and Big Sean. I'm like, man, like, I don't even know why he don't even want to marry her.
Hello.
I get it. You know, we don't know what's going on. You know, he probably saw something and, like, hey, he probably looked at it crazy.
I don't know.
But if I catch a Janae Aiko, it's over.
Hello. Do you not see her?
She ain't going to touch the ground.
Man, what?
I'm carrying her everywhere.
Man, like, she done tattooed this man's face on her, and you're not going to put a ring on her. It's crazy.
Yeah. You see something going on, though, but hopefully they'll speak out about it. But, yeah.
Give my girl Janae her ring. If it's not by Big Sean, get it by a man who appreciates her.
That part. That's probably me. Who knows, you know?
Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's different. Like, it's wild to say, like, I don't think a dude, like, that ain't got the money can date a woman that got millions, you feel me?
Yeah, no.
It's kind of awkward.
Yeah, you're going to feel emasculated on a daily.
And I can't, like granted, if it's different, like, she make a couple thousand more than me, I'm cool with that. But, like, you up M's, and that's a different ball game. Like, I dated a girl that was a millionaire one time.
What? How'd that go?
I ain't gonna say, we went on a couple dates. I ain't gonna say did it. Like,
okay.
It just was... It wasn't bad. Like, she a cool person. Like, granted, she heavy in the O, but it was kind of awkward for me. I feel like I'm like, man, I don't even know what the. Cause I'll tell the story. Like, she was going to a lot of NBA games. She was like,
the way your face changed.
It's about to get real. It's story time. She was going to a lot of NBA games, and she was like, hey, I want to go to this courtside game. You feel me? Like, she met me at my job. She know what I do. You feel me? You met me on the job now. Now, granted, I was like, hey, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, I'm not paying like $1,000 for no seat. Like, I pay $1,000 for a lot of things, but I don't got bread to just pay courtside. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe one day, but it just wasn't happening. So I'm like, damn. Like, it made me start to think like, do you really got this money? She do though. I saw her on the Forbes list, but it's just like why would you expect that out of a dude that like you saw me, you saw what I was doing when I was doing it, but she kind of like try to hype me up like on something like, hey, it's not a big thing, so you can. I don't know if she was testing me or what. You feel me? Like I ain't really like that vibe, cause now I feel like you ain't thinking logical. You kind of just you testing me for dumb reasons. Like they ain't in my tax bracket. Just be
Right.
courtside with Boosie. But for a woman though, like y'all, like it's a different game though. Like women can chill around millionaires, all that cool, and it's different vibe. Like I literally like I know some girls right now that don't do nothing all day, but they can go.
They be everywhere.
They'll fly to Houston and be there for a couple weeks.
Man.
Hey.
I want to live that life, man. Baby.
But
sponsors.
She said, I'm going to drink to that.
Yeah. Cheers to y'all, because you got to figure it out somewhat, I guess.
I don't know. It just made me like look at you different. Like, if you're going for like extended period of time, like I can't cuff no groupie. That's how like I know it might sound crazy. I might piss some people off, but I can't cuff no like if you fly out the city for 2 weeks at a time, I'm good. Like I'm good on you. But it's just the fact of like you let this man. Cause one girl I know, she said she was in a house full of other girls. You feel me? Like, oh yeah, I was out there, you paid for everything, I'm like, you willing to accept that? But you expect me to be the best man I could be to you. Like, not having, granted, I don't want to deal with other girls, I'm dealing with one person, but but this man can treat you like a groupie and it's totally fine, but I gotta treat you like the queen, you feel me? And that's where you got me fucked up at though. Like,
you kind of ate with that one, because I was thinking about how I could rebuttal it, but you kind of ate with that one.
That's just how, like, it don't get no, like, granted, I don't care about, like, my girl going out, like, she end up in somebody's section, like, as long as you ain't doing the most, I don't care about that. Like, I'm very secure in who I am. But you easy enough to, we going to Miami. You go out to Miami just to get on boats.
And let's be real, it's Miami. Especially if you're a Floridian already. It's just Miami.
I mean, I get it. Like, it can happen, though, but, like, don't let no other dude.
See, but now what if like, her friend invited her? Like, her friend's like, I got somebody that's paying for this stuff. And she's just going with her friend.
I mean...
But if she's not the group leader?
It just... It's certain rooms I be in. Like, I can go in the rooms and they got a bag and they could bring a whole bunch of women around. You feel me? Like, I'm going to just look at you different if you just one of the women they bring around. You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, you ain't really, like, you bad, but you ain't valuable. You ain't sacred. Like, so.
Ooh, I'm going to have to beg to differ on that one.
You don't?
Because I feel like you can still be around those settings and keep your composure and dignity and respect. Like, I don't know. I've been, not to where I'm flown out or whatever, but I've had situations where this getting paid for and we're going to do this and that. And it didn't even have to be some sugar daddy, whatever, or whatever the case may be. When you're a girl and you're a pretty girl, you're going to get those luxuries and those opportunities.
I respect that. It just, when you around, like, granted, the people you around probably like, yeah, you ain't doing nothing, but hey, they paying for it in the back now.
See, now.
Some of them.
Ooh. I mean, some of them. But what if the homegirl's doing the paying, like, and it's not her? I don't know. I feel like.
Would you want your man in an environment like that though? Like that just go to say like.
No, but it depends. Is she constantly doing it, or it's like.
I just feel
if it's like every 2 weeks, this bitch got an outing with some freaking sponsor and a bunch of single girls, then yeah, she need to just be single. But now if it's like a one-time thing, here and there, her friend, let's say, I got a friend, and my best friend has this sugar daddy or whatever. And yeah, sugar daddy's paying for this, and that. And he told me to bring my friends. We going on this boat, yada, yada, yada.
I don't know how
And
to
I
feel
bring my
about that.
friends. I don't think my friends are the bad people.
I don't know, like I
Because
get it.
I've been in this. I've been in both sides.
It's no harm to that though. It just my only perspective at how old I am, being at this age is like, okay, boom. Let's say we had kids, like granted, I'm gonna be the best man representation to my daughter. You feel me? All I can show her is the kind of woman. Well, nah, I can't show her. Only thing she can see is the kind of man I be to her mother. You feel me? So, granted, you pressure, like you a 10, like I don't want my daughter to see that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That just kind of like, it's like a family thing. Like, I get it. Like, pretty privilege is a thing. It ain't going nowhere.
So now, how do you take it if, like, let's say you out with your girl at the club, and she freaking goes to the bar to grab a water, and while she's at the bar going to grab a water, some guy offers to buy her a drink, and she takes it. Are you upset?
Hey, you ain't take no drink for no man. I'm out like the what?
Oh man!
I don't like if she out by herself. Like I don't. Okay, hey, it is what it is. I ain't tripping, but I'm there.
Okay, so if she's
I'ma
out
go
by
say something
herself,
to
it's
bruh.
no issue.
Huh?
If she's out by herself, it's no issue.
Yeah,
If she getting free drinks
just
all
don't
night.
just don't be out there entertaining the bar though. But yeah, I'm not about to be like I say. My girl go to a section which I'm not gonna be that like damn. Like I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. You feel me? But okay, you get some liquor, cool. That's all it is. I'm totally fine with it.
You just don't want to see her like on Instagram stories getting the bottle poured straight.
Like
in
you
her
are,
mouth.
yeah.
Okay.
You doing the most, then that's a different thing though. But a drink at the bar, like, okay, now you goofy. You just gave a married woman her drink. Okay, a free drink, cool. We saved some money. That's a good day.
Right. Right.
But nah, I'm there. Like I'm be like, I might even just drink her drink. Like, yeah, you just bought me a drink, cuz.
Right. I mean, that's why I asked, because that's how I personally feel like it should be looked at. You know what I mean? Is if you're dating a pretty woman, you're gonna come into those situations, and it's like, why the fuck not? Especially if she watching the drink getting poured, he not spiking it. The bartender not spiking it. Then
Yeah.
But if a guy's just like here, then it's like, you dumb bitch, you better not take a random drink from a random guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't see no problem in freebies.
Okay.
If you know how to set those boundaries on, like, I'm gonna take this and I don't owe you shit for it, then
When alcohol involved, the boundaries get real foggy now. I ain't
yeah,
gonna cap.
I mean, yeah,
How
but
you
how
feel
long
about-
is she sitting around this random guy who bought her the drink? You know what I mean? You buy the drink. If you're there, you buy the drink and you dip. And even if you're not there, she should be. Cheating is not on your mind when you're single, and cheating wasn't on your mind like while you were sober. Like if you're drinking, it doesn't like automatically, oh, I'm drinking, so now I'm down to cheat. Like it has to be in your head already while you're sober. Does that make sense?
I know some. I ain't gonna say I know, but I've seen some loyal women. Like they good women when they sober, but I feel like they get a little drink in them. They get a little flirtatious. Like that happens It happens.
But maybe you think they're flirting and they're not really flirting. I don't know. I'm defending the women here, but
They defend them. Hey.
I know they need defending.
Hey,
Because a lot of women are making us look.
It's
real
a wild
bad.
world. I've been at the bar, right, at the club. Like, granted, talk to a girl, chop it up. We chop it. I'm talking about we having a good conversation, and like got a number. You feel me? Like we about to see where it go. Like you tell she vibing with me, and then she walk out like she done ran into her dude, and it's like. You got a whole dude though. You're like he, like this happened. It happened so much though. And
But remember, you asked me why I asked that question. Do you got a girl? That's all you had to do.
I don't think women gonna be truthful about that though. Some not all now, not all, but some. the right drinking them, they like, hey, that question
Then
right.
that's just that L you gotta take
Dude,
to the
what
chin.
is that?
You gotta take that L to the chin and you see her walk off with a dude. It is what it is at that point.
Yeah. So
You know?
it just I don't like getting alcohol, like especially granted, like I said, I'm not an insecure dude by any means, but I would say vacation, like girl trips. I don't know what go on the girl trips, but I do know girl trips be wild. Like on some certain, just like man trips could be wild. It just, I really just feel like it's just the people you hang out with. Like you can't sit here and tell me, say, hypothetically speaking, four of your friends are like out there, and we both know that, and you go out there with you the fifth wheel, like
Oh no,
that ain't a
I
good
don't think
situation.
you are
You feel
your
me?
friends. I don't think you're. Yes, a little bit. You are who you surround yourself with, but I don't necessarily think if your friends are hoes, you're a hoe. You know what I mean? I don't think that.
Damn,
You know, I've
I got
had.
some healing to do then.
I don't know. Because I've been the single friend for the last 3 years, and I've had friends, boyfriends hate me because I'm the one who knows all the sections to go to, always has the plans,
That don't make you
whatever. No, but they look at me like the whole friend because I got the connects, right? So it'll be to a point where if my friends, if they're split up, they know, oh shit, if they go out with Des, they're about to be outside, you know? So
Right.
they don't like me for that reason, majority of the time. And even when my friends are in a relationship and they come out with me, I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if your dude is a good dude, I am not gonna sit here and go dance on him. He wants to dance
What
with you.
if he's a
Like,
bad dude? To your opinion.
if he's a bad dude, then he's a bad dude. But I'm not gonna judge that off of a few little y'all argued here and there.
So
If he's a bad person for her, I'm gonna tell my friend to leave him before I say go cheat on him. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Like, I'm always gonna be the one telling my friend straight up what it is. And majority of the time for my friends, they're like, they'll be on the back and forth. Oh, I hate him. I'm like, yeah, I hate him too. No, I love him again. Yes, we love him again. And I just kind of cheer on whatever they want as long as my friends are happy.
Right.
Now, if I feel like they're being mentally abused and taken advantage of, or it's just putting them in a really bad spot, and it's not healthy for them, then I'll be real with my friends, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I don't like your man all day long. Like, I'm going to let you know my advice.
The part.
And you do what you want, you know? But if you want to respect that guy who's not doing you right, then you respect that guy. I'm not going to make you do nothing you don't want to do. Now, if you've been saying you want to break up with him and he is a bad dude, and I do get this opportunity for us to go on a boat, I'm going to let you know, hey, it's there. Mm-hmm. And if you want to come, hey, it's there. Come have a good time. But I'm not going to be sitting here putting you on with guys. Like, that's on you. You could come on the boat, and if you don't want to talk to no guys and you just want to have a good, fun girl time, we're going to have our good, fun girl time. And I'm going to make sure no guys push up on you. I will tell them, like, she has a man. Like, I can respect my friends' relationships.
A lot of dolls out there, though, but that's real, though. Yeah, I feel your side. I mean, I do feel that there's certain environments where
man, you was with a groupie. That's what hurt you.
I ain't even want to call it hurt. It just you sometimes you got to keep it real with yourself. Now I ain't gonna say every environment. Now, like the different girl out the stack, but like sometimes you got to call a spade a spade. Like it's some hoes out here trying to get cuffed now, and like it's sad. I ain't saying like granted they might be trying to change their ways. You feel me? But it just from how I saw it, I saw like the numbers was a number, and
that makes
like
sense.
the energy and like you just
energy plays a point.
Three Musketeers at this point.
Whatever else they have going on outside of that matters too. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, are you building for yourself? Do you got stuff going on? Are you invested in something? Are you educating yourself in some type of aspect? Are you a family person? All of that matters to me, I think. You know 100%. What I mean? Because if you have everything going great for you and you go out with your girls on a little groupie mission here and there, once in a blue, then I don't think that should outweigh everything else, you know? So it's just, to each its own.
I feel you.
You know, case by
Yeah.
case scenario.
So, with that being said, enjoy having you here. We gotta shape back. We probably like an hour and 30 in right now as we speak.
We've been rambling a lot.
A lot, yeah. You good convo. You good convo for real.
Appreciate it. Yeah, no, I liked it. This
Yeah.
was fun.
So, anything you want to tell the people watching?
The people, I want to tell y'all, Orlando, tap in, get your lashes done with me, facials, body sculpting, waxing, teeth whitening, and tattoos, all of the above. Hit me. Instagram is DesMUA. Lashes is Wings by Des, and tattoos is Crybaby Ink. And maybe by the next time y'all see me, you'll see another mission or two added to the collection. But thank y'all for watching.